Hey y'all, this is my summary video for Module 4 for place value and symbol identification and for concrete representational abstract CRA. Okay, so first I'll start with the concrete representational abstract CRA. The CRA framework considers the needs of diverse learners and utilizes supports when needed. CRA benefits the students by presenting mathematics content in a variety of ways to promote understanding. And this is the breakdown of that. The C is for concrete forms, which refers to the three-dimensional hands-on materials and objects that students can use to aid them to solve math problems. And these are the fraction bars, algebra tiles, or base 10 blocks. Type of manipulatives, and you can also use things that cost very little money, things like straws, paper clips, Lego blocks I have found to be very useful, or beads, just simple items. And then the R is for the representational or pictorial two-dimensional pictures, images, or virtual manipulatives. I had a lot of fun learning more about virtual manipulatives for this module. And then, of course, probably the most difficult part is the abstract. That's the typical numbers, symbols, words, and that it reflects typical mathematics. So, and I understood too that students often transition from the concrete and the pictorial forms to the more abstract forms as their understanding grows. I've worked a lot with manipulatives with kids, with my kids, with kids in the classroom. So I was glad and happy to learn more about the CRA framework. And I was trying to come up with a way to work it all together for this script practice part of the summary for this module. So I actually kind of write this into my lesson plans in a very similar way. And I have seen the scripted work being done in the classroom, in a resource classroom. It's been a little while now, but it was really neat because it is really all scripted out for us. We just follow the script and we aid our students in learning it. And one of my favorite classrooms was the resource teacher. She had one of those kidney tables, and she sat, in the teacher spot, and then there were like 3 and sometimes 4 students just right in front of her, and she would work from her book that's very much like our textbook, and then the students had their student versions of the book with their worksheets, and she could just work with all of them sitting right there. And I really did like that classroom setup. And it really helps us to use the correct academic language to lead our students through the lessons. And for this one, I just put the T here for teacher, and I would say each pile has 10 blocks. How many blocks in each pile? And then the students would respond by 10. And then the teacher again would say, count each 10 each time I touch a pile. And so the students would go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And then the teacher would say, or I would say, how many blocks in all? And students would respond 50. And then the teacher would say, right, 5 tens equal 50. And then it leads you to repeat these steps 2 and 3 with 2 tens and with 4 tens to help students to learn place value. And I did get this from the textbook and just incorporated it with a pictorial aid, manipulative here, from the virtual manipulative link Didax, which has a lot of great stuff. So that's my example for being that I'm not in a classroom right now. So that's what I came up with to share with you. And here's the reflection and implications for teachers based on that And I think it's important to remember that the CRA framework is vital for math instruction for students with diverse learning needs. Um, and students may need a lot of practice with the hands-on or pictorial forms of support before they are ready to work out more abstract math concepts and problems. Then it is kind of a gradual release or a fading of the manipulatives as you work forward into the lesson. I only gave a partial section of that lesson, but the lesson continued and the manipulatives faded. So yeah, that was great to learn. And then this is very important, that the CRA must be combined with explicit instruction, and that would be the scripting, to promote student understanding of mathematics. And I did find some other great manipulatives. This here are the blocks and cubes. I found those on Amazon. Amazon has a lot of great stuff. And then I found the geoboard area and perimeter, sorry, math playground, and then the place value disc, um, GeoGebra, if I'm saying that correctly. And so yeah, there were some great stuff, and I still have lots of things from when my kids were really small that I probably plan to bring to the classroom, including those Lego blocks and the cubes that kind of click and pop onto each other so that students can create their own base 10 blocks and learn their place value. So yeah, that's what I have for you. Thank you.